Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing part 3 of my declutter series. Today we're diving into eyeshadow. So anyways, I will have the other 2 videos in this series linked down below, that way you can catch up on this series. Of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica, and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point, so the closer to $1, the better. Become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube and join the party. The makeup look I'm wearing is an almost full face of new bargain makeup that I was testing and trying for the first time. So I'll have it linked down below, and without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So these here are like my Dollar Tree and bargain eyeshadows. I've also got high-end and I've got the drugstore price point. So let's just go ahead and dive in. So these here are all my Beauty Intuition palettes. I've got the Peachy Nudes, I've got the Smoky Browns, that's the original. I have the new one as well, the Pretty Pastels. I'm not going to be decluttering any of these Beauty Intuition palettes. I have all of them that I have ever found, so those are not going anywhere. Let's see, then I've got the Marie Claire palettes. These are like a face, these are both like face palettes. They got eyeshadows in the middle, and then one has, you know, the bronzer and the highlighter on one side, and one has a blush and highlighter. I'm not getting rid of these either. And this is the Tahari Beauty Orchid Sun palette. It's pretty, it's a little repetitive. And a lot of my Dollar Tree eyeshadow, I like to save the more readily available stuff to like dupe palettes with. This here is not a readily available palette, and I really do actually have a lot of these shades already in my collection. Of course, I did find this at Dollar Tree last year sometime, and it was fun to find, but I wouldn't want to use this for one of my Dollar Tree duping palette videos because it's just not readily available, and I've got so many of these colors already. I feel like because I've used it one time, this here may be something I am ready to let go of and pass on. So I will set that. So I'll set that aside. We'll see how good we do. I don't really know how good I'm going to do, you guys. So this is a hard candy palette. This was actually sent to me by Marina from Confessions of a Dollar Tree Addict, and it's a really, really, really pretty palette. I don't reach for it a whole lot, but it's got beautiful shades. It kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona Love palette. I might think about this because, again, I wouldn't use this to necessarily like dupe a palette. Like I said, when I like to dupe like high-end palettes with like Dollar Tree and bargain makeup. And even though this was a Dollar Tree purchase, I won't end up reaching for it because it's just not something that a lot of you are going to have. So I'm going to think about this. I'm going to put it over in the declutter pile because it's still very gently used, and it is something that I can pass on. And I've got all of these colors and other palettes, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put that in the declutter pile as well. So now you guys recently saw these in my video where I kind of shared with you the worst makeup packaging. These are the LA Color Shadow books, and they really are like kind of like great for travel. But I think I had a Dollar Diva, I think my Dollar Diva Tina gave them to like her granddaughter, her niece, because it kind of looks like little kids makeup, and it kind of does. These are also not like really readily available at Dollar Tree. Don't like to dive into these for my duping palette videos. So I think I might actually be ready to let go of these here as well, as I just do not reach for them. Then these 2 Wet n Wild palettes here. One of them, I think this one here was sent to me by my lovely Dollar Diva Tina, and it's got these beautiful bright colors in there. And then this one here I found at Dollar Tree as well. It's kind of a purple color story. The purple one I definitely don't dive into very, very much because I've got like the Naked Ultraviolet palette. I've got some other palettes that have purples in them. So I think I might keep this one here because I do like some bright colors, and that bright yellow there is really hard to find. So I'm going to keep this one, and I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on. I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought. I didn't think I would get rid of this much. This here, of course, another Dollar Tree find last year from Clean Color. This is the Megawatts eyeshadow palette. It came with a brush, which I threw away, but it's really a very pretty iridescent palette. It's got like metallics and shimmers and iridescent shadows. And even though it's not readily available at the Dollar Tree, I do think it is kind of beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this. Then this here I just recently used in a full face of Shop Miss A makeup. And I think I'm kind of contemplating maybe letting this go, but I don't know. I think I may hang on to it because I feel like there's some other looks that I haven't tried to get with this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. This here was either from Shein or Temu, I cannot remember. But it's a very neutral color story. I might let this go. I've got so many of these colors, y'all. And I just don't know that I'm ever actually going to reach for this. So I might pass it on to someone that could get better use out of it. Then this one here, this was also, I think this was actually from my Full Face of Shein. I think the other one was from Temu. This is from my Full Face of Shein. I'm actually going to hang on to this. Those little shimmers, they're kind of like Super Shock shadows. They're kind of pretty, but I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to declutter it, but I think I'll go ahead and keep it for the time being. Then these two palettes here from Mercery, I'm definitely going to keep these because I dig into these a lot to dupe palettes, because I do see these quite a bit at my Dollar Trees, so I'm gonna definitely hang on to these. Then I get this little palette here. This is something I found early on when I started my channel. It's the LA Colors eyeshadow palette. It's like a 6-pan. This is in Beauty. I used to have another one too that was kind of all neutral shades. I had another one too that was like all neutral matte shades. It was very reminiscent of the Urban Decay Naked Basics, and I think I got rid of it in a declutter some time ago. And this one here is actually really nice. Those shimmers are actually really nice. I don't reach for it a whole lot, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to it. This e.l.f. quad here is something I found at Dollar Tree some time ago. It's in the color story Matte for Plum. It's just this little matte eyeshadow palette. I literally never reach for it. It's very lightly used, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on. Then this here is from Be Pure. It's their Cherry quad from their Cherry collection, and it's beautiful, y'all. And I'm definitely gonna be keeping this for sure. Then I've got a couple of Make Me Up palettes. This here, I still do see these. This is actually like surprisingly good quality if you don't know. It's all mattes, but they're really super creamy and very pigmented. Looks like little kid makeup, but I assure you this is really, really good quality. I'm gonna hang on to that for sure. Then this one here, I don't reach for it because it's kind of a weird little, it's also from Make Me Up, but it's the same quality as the other one. And I don't really reach for this, but I'm gonna keep it for like palette duping videos. So I'm gonna hang on to that. Then this here, this is the Color Made Easy eye color palette from Femme Couture. This is something I found at Dollar Tree as well. And I literally never ever reach for this. Again, very gently used, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on as well. So this is that container now with the stuff removed, and that is our declutter pile so far. So here is the second bin of my bargain eyeshadow. Don't know that I'm going to declutter a lot in here, but we'll see. I surprised myself in the last one. So this little LA Colors palette here, this is like one of, I think, what used to be like 3 color stories. This is Sunset Break. And I've had other color stories that I actually decluttered in an earlier declutter. I don't know. I don't reach for it. They're not readily available. So, but I don't know. I might think about it. I'm going to set that aside for the time being. So these here, I bought all of these at Dollar Tree. They're Wet n Wild quads. They're actually quads. Well, this one here is a trio. These here are quads. See, they're quads. You just can't see that other shade. This one here is very neutral. It does have a shimmer. That one's like a purple color story, and that one there is my favorite with the green and the rust. I honestly just do not really reach for them. This one here I clearly don't reach for because it has all of the embossing on there still there. But it's kind of all a little bit shimmery. I'm literally never going to probably use this, so I'm going to pass that on. Then these here, I think I'm definitely going to pass this one on because I really just don't reach for it, and it's something that someone else might love. This one here, the reason why I would keep it is because of like the shimmer and the neutral shade. But honestly, I've got so many palettes with this color story that I think I'm going to go ahead and pass that on as well. This one here has a really nice color story. That color right there is very, very interesting. I may go ahead and hang on to this one for the time being. Then my Malibu Glitz palettes. I will not be getting rid of any of these. I don't reach for them very much, but they are nice to do palettes with, even though they're not super readily available. But I love me some color, so I'm gonna definitely hang on to these. Then all of my LA Colors trios, I literally have every color story. New formulations, old formulations. I'm definitely not getting rid of those because those are great when it comes to duping palettes. And these here I found when I was on vacation. I don't even think I've used them all yet. I have not seen these since. These were at a random Dollar Tree in Alabama. And I'm definitely not going to get rid of these. I haven't really used them enough yet. Then these are some LA Colors quads that they came out with. I've got all 4 of their color stories. I love these, y'all. A couple of them, like the Smoky and the Bear, have been recycled since these came out, but I love these. These are definitely not going to go anywhere. Then here, this little Mercery nude smoky palette. It's really good if you want like a little pop of shimmer. So I'm going to definitely keep this, especially because I do see them quite a bit at my stores. And then I have got all of the new formulations of the LA Colors 6 pans. Of course, I'm not getting rid of those. And I've even got the old formulations. And I know a lot of you have these. So when I dupe a palette, I will go into those because I know that's what a lot of you have. So those are definitely not going anywhere. As well as all of my 12 pan palettes. I do have every single one. This is the new In Vogue one. Now mine are all older. I do have a new one of the, I do have a new chic one. I think this is the newer one. Let's see, I have an older one as well. I don't know where it is. And I've also got the trendy that I used in a recent video. I went ahead and put it in my work bag. So that's why it's not in here, because I really like that makeup look I created. So yeah, those are not going anywhere as well. So now back to this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to this for the time being. That is, so see, nothing's overflowing, really nice. So I'm getting rid of, I guess, these 3 things out of this bin. So really not too bad. Now here's my 3rd bargain makeup container. So these here, right on top, they are it's one of the only things I found from the Sesame Street collection. I really don't reach for crayons, like eye crayons. And really the one that has me intrigued the most is the blue. The other 2 are very just, you know, they're very neutral. I don't know, I might put these in the declutter bin and use them maybe one time, but they're cute, but honestly, like realistically, I just don't know that I'm actually gonna reach for them, and I might be able to pass them on to somebody that might really enjoy this kind of thing. And so I still plan on, once I finish all 4 of these videos, going into my declutter bin and doing some makeup looks, but I have to get through all the categories to do that. So I might go ahead and put these in the declutter bin and then maybe try to use them to see if there might be something that I might keep, but I am gonna put those in the declutter pile. So now I've got all of my LA Colors quads. I've got Bubble Tea. You can see them all here, like lined up. I've got the Mad For You collection ones. I've got the Tropical Bloom. I've got just all the different ones that they've come up with, you know. Not every single one of them, but yeah, I will not be getting rid of any of my LA Colors quads that are shaped like this. And this right here is from Shop Miss A. I really like this little, what looks like an e.l.f. bite-sized palette. Definitely not getting rid of that. And this right here, I wanted to like it so much better than I do. They actually have another shade of this now. It's like a bluish. And it's like, it's really pretty, but it just doesn't, it swatches real pretty, but it doesn't execute on the eye. I think I'm gonna put this in the declutter pile and maybe try to use it one more time. Then this right here, I'm definitely not ready to let this go. Mine is pretty well loved. As you can see, I have it like kind of bound together because the lid broke. But this is the Hard Candy Glitter Vibes eyeshadow palette. These glitters are really, really nice. I've hit pan on a couple of them. I think I bought this in 2021 when, of course, when Dollar Tree was selling a lot of that hard candy makeup, and I got it when it was still $1. And I even picked one up for a friend. So yeah, I definitely will not be getting rid of this anytime soon. This one here, this was also sent to me by my friend Marina from Confessions of a Dollar Tree Addict. And I love glitters, so I'm gonna definitely be keeping that as well. Then I've got some hard candy palettes right here. This here is, the green one is called It's Raining Men. This one here is Naturally Gorgeous. These are the what do they call them? Top 10 eyeshadow collection palettes. And I really don't reach for them very much, especially this one right here. So I think I'm gonna pass that on to somebody who might love it. This one here is kind of like a very Christmassy looking color story. But still, all these colors I kind of have, and I kind of feel it's so gently used, I can pass this on to somebody who would really, really enjoy it. This here was a Dollar Tree find, just a really beautiful single shadow metallic. It's called the Infallible Paints Metallic Eyeshadow. It's just one of those things, I have so many of these shades, I might could pass it on to someone that really likes it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the declutter pile. And this here, this is an LA Colors Iced Pigment Powder. It's really beautiful. I love the shade of blue. I'll definitely keep this. Then all these little shimmer shadows here, I'm definitely gonna be hanging on to these because they're really good for like duping palettes. I've got another shade as well. It's over in another bin. So yeah, I've even had like the white shade, you know, the really white shade. So I'll definitely be keeping those because those are good to have in palette duping videos. I don't reach for them very much, but yeah, they're good to have in my collection. And these two here by Ione, of course, are not going anywhere. I've got both the blue and the purple, and they're just these beautiful shifty shades, absolutely gorgeous. Of course they're staying. Then this right here by Hard Candy, it's an eyeshadow single that I found a while back, and it's really a very nice quality. It's like a champagne eyeshadow single, but honestly, I'm just not going to use it very much, so I'm going to pass it on as well. Then I've got another Hard Candy eyeshadow single. This is in like a kind of shimmery black shade. And honestly, I've just got so many shades like this. I may go ahead and pass this on as well. Then I've got these eye crayons. I may go ahead and keep the LA Colors ones, just because they're going to be something that you find a little bit more readily available. So I'm going to go ahead and keep those, even though I don't reach for them very much. There was a time where Dollar Tree was selling some Ardell makeup, and I picked up their Irresistible shadow sticks. This is like a cobalt blue. This is like a black, and that's a brown. I really don't reach for them very much. I think I'm going to definitely declutter the brown. The blue could be really pretty. The black, I could use it as an eyeliner, but honestly, I probably won't. I think the only one I'm going to hang on to is the blue, and I'm going to go ahead and declutter the black and the brown, and I'm going to keep the blue. So I have all of these Beauty Beauty Essential eyeshadow singles. These are amazing quality, you guys. I think I have every one that they made and came out with. I'm going to hang on to those too, because those are good for makeup duping videos. And I do see them randomly from time to time. It's crazy. Then I've got a couple of Wet n Wild eyeshadows. This one here is like a creamy shadow. It's in the shade Nudecomer. I think I used it recently, and I remember, I think it might have been that Full Face of Makeup I Hate. I can't really remember. And this here is another single. I think it's in the shade Panther. Yeah, it's like a matte black. I just have so much of this shade. But I think I might hang on to them because they are affordable and they might be good for duping a palette. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually hang on to those. Then I've got all these LA Colors duos. These are really great quality, you guys. This is the Color Story Pink, and like I said, I don't really reach for them at all. Oh, that was a beautiful one. The pink shade in here is like pink with like a gold shift. It's really pretty. I've got this purple Color Story. This one here is really beautiful. I think it's Mirrored Soul. Bestie. This one here must be Mirrored Soul. Yeah, this one here is Mirror Soul. Then these right here I found several years ago. They're from the brand Beauty Benefits. My goodness, remember them? And I've got a bunch of colors. Blues, some of them blue purple. That's like a black, like a charcoal. That's like a white. Oh yeah, there's another pink. There's like a hot metallic pink. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to these because even though they're not super readily available, I don't know. I might still could show you that you can dupe a palette with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to those as well. So this is what I have left in the bin. I got rid of quite a few items in there. Again, I'm really surprised at how good I've been doing so far, you guys. So now on to my other eyeshadow palettes, which is high-end and drugstore price point. So this is where I keep my high-end and my drugstore palettes. And honestly, I will probably not be getting rid of much in here, to be honest. I've got I got a Pat McGrath palette there. I got it Marshalls or TJ Maxx. I've got a Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. I've got the Natasha Denona Glam Retro Glam palette. I've got the Too Faced Pineapple palette. This here is a gift from my friend Gigi. It's a Wayne Goss palette. Haven't tried it yet. I need to. This here, my little, this is a Violet Voss Donut Care palette. Love that. Urban Decay Stone Vibes mini palette, and my, this is an indie brand. This is Copacetic Cosmetics. It's like a taupe palette. It's so pretty. So yeah, definitely not getting rid of anything in here. That's the like original Urban Decay Naked. None of my Naked palettes. I don't know. I can't just, these are all my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes and my Too Faced Gingerbread. I can't part with any of those. Like I said, these here probably will not be, I probably will not be decluttering anything in here. This here, I don't use it, but my mom bought it for me years ago. And so I just keep it for sentimental reasons. I've got these LA Colors palettes. I've got an e.l.f. Bite Size palette. I've got another one right here. Let's see, this is a Collab Cosmetics one from Sally's. So pretty. I got the Shadow Kiss by Alter Ego. Yeah. I will not be getting rid of any of these. If you want to see all these palettes here, these are, like I said, my high-end and my drugstore price point palettes. I've got a couple palettes in work, so they're not pictured here. I've got probably 3 or 4 palettes in work. But if you want to see these palettes here in depth, I'll have both my eyeshadow palette collection videos down below. I have one for high-end, one for drugstore, so you can really get a better look at all these palettes. But yeah, this is already pretty streamlined because I haven't really been buying high-end or drugstore price point eyeshadow palettes. So I don't really have anything that I really want to declutter since my last declutter. about 3 years ago. So yeah, I will not be getting rid of anything in this department. So this here is what we have so far. I actually think I did really pretty good. So I've got 21 products here that I am looking to declutter. Actually very, very proud of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the declutter bin. And like I said earlier, when I finish the last category, which will be lip products, I will go ahead and start doing some full faces of decluttered makeup and making some final decisions, and then it'll be time to clean things up and pass them on to people. So of course, if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button. Definitely check out my other 2 installments of this series and be on the lookout for the next and last installment, as well as any other content I mentioned. Definitely go down to the description box and check out my other content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.